Everyone that follows me knows that I just speak from my heart. But as this new year starts, and there's just so much hatred, so much pain, so much anguish in the world. I read an amazing poem by a Spanish poet that I want to read to you because I think it's very, very appropriate as the way that we look for in this new year. It goes, so a person is going to this image maker, this person that makes religious statues, and says, "What do you want the image as the imaginary? We have saints made of pine, some made of wood, some made of plaster." He said, "Look at this image of Christ made of pure cedar wood. It's amazing. It all depends on really what do you want. Do you want it for your family or do you want it for a temple? Or is the goal only to have it and to show at processions in holy days?" "Let me explain to you what I want," said the buyer. "I need a statue of Jesus the Galilean that reflects his failure to try to create a new world, a world that moves the conscience and thoughts of people. I don't want him locked up in churches or in convents, not even in a family home or to be led in prayer. It is not to carry it on street nor procession. No, I want a living image. I want an image of a man Jesus suffering that illuminates the heart and brain of all those who see him. That makes you want to bring him down to his cross and torment. And whoever contemplates that image of that Jesus will not stay looking at a dead piece of statue, or that the artist who looks upon him with his eyes does not exclaim in admiration, 'What a beautiful, tortured man.'" "Forgive me if I tell you," responds the imaginary, "for sure you will not find the image of the Nazarene in this store. You need to go look for him in the streets, among the homeless people, in hospices, in hospitals, where there are people dying, in nursing homes where the elders have been abandoned, in the marginalized town, among the hungry children, in battered women, people without employment. But the image of Christ, don't look for it in museums. Don't look for it in statues in the altars or temples. Do not continue to see him in processions, following the footsteps of the Nazarene. Don't look for him in wood, stone, or plaster, bronze. You better look among the poor, his image of flesh and blood." And in reality, that is the image of Christ that we all need to be looking for. The image of a Christ that loves people, that suffers, that this new year he looks upon that so many, 65% of our children are being born out of wedlock. A great majority of those children that do not have a father figure in them will go ahead in their lives, will go ahead and end up in prison. Girls in prostitution or drug addicts. It is very sad. Those are real statistics. So when we talk about being a Christian or we talk about being a follower of Christ or a person of faith or religious, it doesn't mean that you have to be evangelical or Catholic. What truly means is that you look for the Nazarene Jesus in the homeless, in the abandoned, in the prisons, in the hospitals, in the elderly home. So many elderly people woke up January 1st to a new year, not even realizing there was a new year. Because for them, every day is the same. They're abandoned. They're not upon visited. People, sometimes many of their family members are out there partying and just simply forgot about them. Or the prisoner who, after being incarcerated for X amount of time, for let's say 5 to 10 years, the only people that visit him are his parents, whom eventually will die and not visit them anymore. Or the people in the hospital, suffering, waiting for death to knock on their door. That is, or the homeless, sleeping in this cold winter on the streets, not having no reality of life. How can this be a new year for them? But we can make it a new year. We cannot make it a new year for everybody, but each and every one of us has the ability to make it a new year for somebody, for someone. So many times I hear, "I'll pray for you." In reality, truth is, I don't need prayers. I need love. And instead of praying for things to change, we need to make things change. We need to be the change that we want to be in the world. We need to be the example that when people look at us, Somehow we strive every day for people to see the Nazarene Jesus in us. One who loved those who've been abandoned. One who loved his neighbor. One who loved his enemy. One who did not spew hatred because he was a Republican or a Democrat. One who did not call himself a Christian and yet wished death upon people of the opposite party. We need to stop that. Will it ever stop? Most likely not in my lifetime. And so many times we say, who am I? How much can I do? How much can I help? Truth of the matter is we all have the ability to help. We all have the ability to make a difference in the world. If you impact the life of one human being, you've changed the world. So as this new year approaches, I want to wish everyone a very prosperous new year. But let me tell you that prosperity does not come by wealth. Prosperity does not come by a bigger stock market or bigger 401k or bigger salary. Prosperity comes in your heart, in the love that you show others, the peace that you find within yourselves, the meaning for your life that you find. That's how prosperity comes. In reality, the world has lied to us that prosperity comes by having more cars, more homes, bigger houses, bigger jobs. And yet our families are destroyed. How many wealthy people today woke up, yesterday, to a new year where their children are devastated, their spouses hate each other, where they fight and they bicker, or where they're unfaithful, or where they try to find whatever is missing in their lives in a adulterous relationship, or in pornography, or in drugs. They're all symptoms of the same thing, my friends. An emptiness within us that can only be found in the Nazarene Jesus. Not in a religious figure, but in the example of a person who became man, flesh, bones, to show us nothing more than the ultimate love when he sacrificed his life for all of us, for humanity. How dare we say that we are a Christian or a person of faith when everything that comes out of our mouth is hatred and ugliness? It really is sad. I have tried to make my life where I express what I stand for, not what I stand against, but it irks me. It irks me to see. I come from the Vietnam generation where we have political differences, many, but nobody hated each other because of those political differences. Friendships were not broken because of political differences. People were not insulted. Yeah, some were, but in reality, we could have dialogue, seeing that today all we have is monologue. So, I urge you, if you are pro-life, be pro-all life, as the Nazarene Jesus was. See, the beauty about the Nazarene Jesus is that he could be a role model and inspiration to people of all faith. Jewish, Islam, Buddhist, any faith, even atheist. Because everybody seeks for meaning and love. And unconditional love will transform the most hardened of all hearts. So this new year, what I wish for you is that you strive to become like the Nazarene Jesus. So that when others see you, they want what you have. And it doesn't have to be money. Don't tell the world that you are this or that when hatred spews out of your mouth. Truth is, love will conquer the world. Love will change the world. And I pray for you, my brother and sister, that you look for the Nazarene Jesus in those hospitals, in those homeless shelters, trying to lend a hand to a mother that can't figure out how to make ends meet because she's a single mom. True hero. Be the change you want to be this new year. God bless you.